Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's really to do with just the breadth of what identities and permissions and access and entitlements companies have to deal with. So they've got their traditional on-premise environment. They've most often got multiple cloud environments. They've got multiple SaaS services, some of which are big data warehouse services. There's a whole array of things now and coming with AI that has a whole series of human and non-human identities. So when you take a step back and you think about this problem, there's a set of human and non-human identities that have access to various resources, and organizations just need to answer the relatively simple question of what or who has got access to what, and is that appropriate, and is that actually implemented according to the intent that we have. Now, all of us and probably a lot of the audience today have been in this battlefield of identity security for long enough to know that just stating the problem quite simply like that, when you put that against the backdrop of the scale that even small to medium enterprises have to deal with in terms of their number of systems that contain access and privilege and identity and all of the external services, that you then need to just handle that at scale in a way that doesn't require manual reviews or tedious updates. You just got to manage this in an automated, systematic way. And to what Tarun was saying before, ultimately, and this is where a lot of organizations have failed in the past, if you don't architect this for the scale of trillions of combinations of accesses that can only be encoded in like an access graph like Vesa have, then you're ultimately, even if you've got a great little system for dealing with a small number of privileges, ultimately is going to fail if you can't scale at kind of graph scale processing of the massive amount of combinations of accesses that you have to monitor adherence to, even in just the smallest of enterprises. And that's really, I think, what everybody's dealing with. And I think why, to your point, people are flocking to the booth at things like Gartner is they've tried solutions that don't scale, and they just need a solution that scales to cover all of their identity and access requirements. And that comes down to the data model.
Yeah, it definitely comes down to the data model. But you know what I really love what you said there, and this is what I love about you, Phil, is that you can take these big, difficult concepts and boil it down to something simple, right? And
So true.
yeah, yeah.
So
What
true.
so that is super cool.